Imagine for a moment that you are walking on a tightrope, suspended over an abyss of criticism, doubt, and personal failure. Below you, the noise of the world tries to shake you. Above, the sky of your ambitions seems unreachable. Tell me, what is it that keeps you steady on that rope? Is it the applause of those watching from below? Or is it something that resides deep within your bones? Most people walk through life, begging for permission to feel valuable. They look for validation in the reflection of a screen or in the approval of a boss for the worth that their own spirit cannot give them. But today, we are going to shatter that mirror. Welcome to the Green Stoic. Today, we will not talk about cheap confidence based on Instagram motivational quotes. Today, we are going to forge a shield that no tragedy, no betrayal, and no crisis can pierce. We are going to talk about the anatomy of the Hegemonikon, your unassailable command center. Before I hand you the keys to the 8 pillars, you must understand a word that will change your perception of reality forever. Hegemonikon. To the ancient masters of the Stoa, your mind is not a chaos of uncontrolled emotions, it is a kingdom. And in the center of that kingdom, there exists a ruling faculty, a general who decides what enters and what stays out of your peace of mind. Self-confidence is not feeling that everything will turn out well. That is naivety. True confidence is knowing, with a cold and absolute certainty, that no matter what happens outside, your command center will remain intact. Listen closely to the words of Marcus Aurelius. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. If your internal general is weak, any mediocre comment will destroy you. If your hegemonikon is strong, the world can set itself on fire around you, and you will continue walking with the calm of a god among the ashes. Are you ready to stop being a slave to circumstances and become the architect of your own security? Let us begin with the first pillar of your shield, self-examination. Epictetus, the slave who became a teacher of emperors, left us a sentence that should be engraved at the entrance of every home. No man is free who is not master of himself. But what does it truly mean to be master of oneself in the 21st century? It means that when you fail, when you lose that job you thought was secure, or when that person turns their back on you, you do not allow the event to define your essence. The common man says, I am a failure because I lost my job. The Stoic says, I have lost an external role, a label that society placed on me, but my ability to reason, my integrity, and my will remain intact. Real confidence is born from stripping yourself of your titles, your expensive clothes, and your past achievements, and realizing that what remains, that core of pure consciousness, is enough. You are not what you have. You are what you decide to do with what remains when you have lost everything. If you could measure how much energy you waste every day trying to control the uncontrollable, you would realize why your confidence is on the floor. Epictetus opens his manual for living with a truth that hits like a sledgehammer. Some things are in our control and others are not. It sounds simple, doesn't it? But it is the difference between a man who lives in peace and a man who lives in a prison of anxiety. Your confidence crumbles when you put your value in the hands of others, in the opinion of your neighbor, in the algorithm of a social network, in whether that person decides to love you or not. Listen closely, none of that belongs to you. True confidence, the Stoic prohairesis, is your capacity for internal choice. Imagine an ancient archer. He puts all his confidence in the process, in how he draws the string, in the steadiness of his pulse, in the choice of the perfect arrow. But once the arrow leaves his hand, the wind can deflect it. A bird can cross its path, the target can move. The Stoic archer does not base his confidence on hitting the bullseye. He bases his confidence on the fact that he fired with the perfection of a master. If the target moves, his spirit remains intact, because his victory was not in the result, but in his personal excellence. Tell me, are you firing your arrows with excellence, or are you crying because the wind is not blowing in your favor? Now that you know what to control, we must talk about where you place your gaze. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." In this century, your attention is the most valuable resource you have. And there are thousands of companies designed to steal it and sell you insecurities. Confidence is cultivated in the silence of what you choose to ignore. The Stoic builds what we call the wall of Ataraxia. It is a mental filter that decides which information deserves to cross the threshold of your mind. You live bombarded by alarmist news, by the noise of a world shouting that you are not enough if you don't have the latest car or the perfect body. But that is noise. They are preferred indifference at best. Filtering the noise is not ignoring reality. It is prioritizing your daily purpose over external chaos. If you allow any mediocre opinion to soil your mental temple, how do you expect to have the clarity to trust yourself? Confidence is a muscle that atrophies when you consume emotional junk. Before we move on to the strength of resilience, stop for a second. Look at your life right now. How many of your current worries are truly under your total control? If you cannot control it, why do you allow it to steal your sleep? If you are finding value in this training for your spirit, subscribe and hit the bell. Not for us, but to remind yourself every day that your path to virtue is a constant choice. Welcome to the resistance against fragility. Listen closely, because this is where most people break. Seneca, the advisor to empires, wrote in his letters to Lucilius that difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. You do not build confidence on days of sun and calm. Confidence is forged in the storm, when the wind lashes your face, and yet you decide to take the next step. The Stoics had a radical concept that the world today has forgotten. Amor Fati. It is not just about enduring problems like a martyr. It is about loving your fate exactly as it comes. If you lose something, if you're betrayed, if you suffer an illness, the Stoic does not say, "Why me?" The Stoic says, "This is exactly what I needed to test my virtue." Look at every harsh criticism in your work, not as a wound to your ego, but as a free audit of your blind spots. Resilience is not being made of stone. It is being like fire, which uses everything that falls upon it as fuel to burn with more strength. What are you doing with the obstacles in your life today? Are you letting them extinguish you, or are you using them to light your path? There is a silent poison that destroys confidence from the inside. Arrogance. Real confidence is silent. Arrogance is loud because it is fragile. Epictetus warned us in his Discourses that it is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. If you believe you have already achieved everything, if you believe you have nothing to improve, you have stopped growing, and what does not grow dies. Stoic confidence is based on radical humility. It is the ability to say, "I don't know," or "I was wrong," without your world falling apart. A leader who admits to his team that he does not have all the answers gains an authority that no tyrant will ever match. Because his security does not come from being perfect, it comes from his unnegotiable commitment to the truth. Always maintain the beginner's mind. The wise man knows that knowledge is a horizon that recedes, and in that constant search, he finds a security that the ignorant will never know. To understand ultimate confidence, we must look to history. It is said that Epictetus, while he was still a slave, was subjected to torture by his master Epaphroditus. As his master twisted his leg with cruelty, Epictetus did not scream, he did not beg, nor did he lose his composure. He only warned with an icy calm, "It is going to break." When the bone finally cracked and the leg snapped, the philosopher only added, "Did I not tell you it would break?" That is the ultimate Stoic confidence. Your body can be destroyed. Your possessions can be taken away. Your reputation can be stained by lies. But your will, your prohairesis, remains undefeated if you so decide. You are the master of your internal ascent. No one can force you to think. You are less than what you are. unless you yourself hand over the keys to your kingdom. Are you willing to defend your internal fortress with the same ferocity that Epictetus would defend his truth? Tell me one thing, can you hold the gaze of your own reflection when no one is watching? The confidence that the world sees is just a facade if you are filled with cracks of dishonesty on the inside. Marcus Aurelius left us an infallible compass in his Meditations. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. True confidence comes from the absence of internal conflict. It is what we call Ataraxia, the peace that arises when your actions are aligned with your deepest values. Keeping a difficult promise, even when no one is watching you, strengthens your muscle of internal self-confidence. Every time you lie to look good, every time you betray your principles for a quick advantage, you are digging the grave of your personal security. A man of integrity does not fear the truth because he has nothing to hide. His confidence is not a performance for others, it is a sacred pact with himself. Are you coherent with what you preach? Or are you simply an actor playing a role that is too big for you? There is a monster that devours confidence faster than any failure. Envy. In the era of the infinite scroll, where you compare your behind the scenes with everyone else's edited movie, it is easy to feel that you are not enough. But the Stoic has a secret weapon: tactical gratitude. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Gratitude is not a sentimental feeling, it is a war strategy to move the focus from lack to present abundance. Envy is born from looking at what you lack. Confidence is born from recognizing the tools that you already have to build your destiny. Do this exercise tonight. Before you close your eyes, write down 3 things that went well, thanks to your own virtues, to your justice, to your temperance, or to your courage. Do not thank luck. Thank yourself for having acted as a person of character in a world of chaos. We live in the era of digital burnout. Our confidence suffers from the constant comparison with filtered lives and cardboard successes. Stoicism proposes that you raise the wall of Ataraxia against external validation. Understand that the likes of others, the comments of strangers, and fleeting fame are what the masters called preferred indifference. It is nice to have them, but never under any circumstances should they be the basis of your personal value. If your confidence depends on an algorithm, you have handed the keys of your happiness to a cold machine. Take back your power. Your value is not measured in clicks. It is measured in the firmness of your character, when the world turns off the lights and you are left alone with your conscience. We have reached the final pillar of your shield, the key that opens every door. Listen to the words of Epictetus in his Discourses. Only the educated are free. Many mistake confidence for the arrogance of believing they already know everything. But real confidence, Stoic confidence, is the security of knowing that you have the capacity to learn anything that fate places in front of you. Knowledge expands the area of what you can control. When you dedicate time every day to learning a new skill, to understanding how the world works, or to deepening your own psychology, you are shrinking the territory of uncertainty. Anxiety is the fear of the unknown. Confidence is the mastery of what was once a mystery. Do not settle for who you are today. A Stoic is a perpetual student of life. His security is not born from a static position, but from his constant movement toward excellence. What have you learned today that makes you a little more free than you were yesterday? Let us return for a moment to our archer. Now you understand that his arrow does not seek the center of a wooden target. His arrow seeks the center of his own character. You have learned to identify your Hegemonikon, your command center. You have learned to separate what you control from what you do not. You have learned to love your fate and to filter the noise of the digital world. Your shield of self-confidence is not a burden you must carry. It is the skin of your soul. If you apply these 8 pillars, if you stop begging for approval and start dictating your own internal sentences, you will become unassailable. The world can take your money, it can take your health, it can even take your physical freedom. But no one, absolutely no one, can take away the decision of who you are going to be in the face of that tragedy. That is true freedom. That is the confidence of a giant. This journey ends here, but your training has only just begun. Theory without action is just entertainment for intellectuals. And you are not here to be entertained. You are here to be transformed. Tell me in the comments, which of these 8 pillars is the one you need to strengthen the most right now? Read the others. Support them. We are forming a community of men and women who have decided to stop being victims of luck and become masters of their reason. If this special has moved something within you, share it with someone who needs to recover their strength. Remember always, your command center is yours and no one else's. Keep your gaze steady. Keep your judgment clear. Keep your will undefeated. I am the Green Stoic. I will see you on the path of virtue.